From Goring to Egypt, from 3150 BC till now. 8 days travelling, taking pictures. 5,000 years, 5,000 miles, 5,000 images. I could only marvel at the sheer beauty of the Tutankhamun exhibits in the Cairo Museum, the fabulous wall paintings in the Valley of the Kings, and the staggering complexity of the culture of ancient Egypt, evident at the sites that we visited. 2 of John Billman's courses had given me some insight, but I found it necessary to produce a map and a chronology to help me through this journey through space and time. Day 1. The Saqqara Necropolis and Djoser's Stepped Pyramid. Before 1975, no standing monuments were visible in this part of the Saqqara Plateau. During the 19th century, this part of the desert was explored by tomb robbers and art dealers. They took many statues, reliefs and inscriptions, and no record was kept of the exact provenance of these objects. However, a scientific expedition led by Lepsius in 1843 was the first to publish some drawings of the monuments from where these art treasures came. A map made by Lepsius helped to relocate the cemetery in 1975. Since then, about 15 tombs have been excavated in this area. All of them date to the end of the New Kingdom, about 1350 to 1150 BC, and one of them is that of Horemheb, who is the commander-in-chief for the Egyptian army under the reign of Tutankhamun. And back to the Old Kingdom. A visit to the tombs of the sacred Apis bulls, which were still in use up until about 50 BC, and then a final view of Djoser's Stepped Pyramid and a rush round the museum. Day 2. The Giza Necropolis, Memphis and the Cairo Museum. Day 3. Luxor. Day 4. Colossi of Memnon, the Temple of Hatshepsut at Deir el-Bathri, and the Ramesseum, and last but not least, the Valley of the Kings, including a visit to the tomb of Tutankhamun. Feel free to comment if you know what this means, or if you know where this tomb entrance is. And so we move to the Ramesseum, with its scenes of the Battle of Kadesh. Day 5. Dandara and Abydos. And for me, Dandara was one of the most fascinating places I've ever seen. And some of the images that are in this slideshow are my favourites, so I'll let you make your own minds up. Abydos, with its kings lists and its beautiful raised reliefs. A walk across the desert. In his enthusiasm, John can sometimes get carried away. Day 6. A visit to the Valley of the Queens. A walk across the desert to Deir el Medina and the workman's village. It's still day 6, and we round off our day with the visit to Karnak Temple. Day 7. Edfu and Aswan. The unfinished obelisk. The Nubian Museum. Day 8. A visit to Philae Temple and a race across the desert and back to Abu Simbel. Journey's end, and finally I managed to get a picture of a kingfisher.